Hey guys, today we're going to make the Adelyn pants by Retro Sparkle Designs. I'm going to do it without doing any gathering. This will only work if your fabrics that you're using are stretchy. Okay, so we're going to attempt to make the Adelyn pants without gathering per request I had from someone. So to start with Adelyn, you're going to have a waistband. You're going to have 2 of these top panels, 2 of these middle panels, 2 of I think this is probably panel number 3, and then 2 of the panel number 4. So to be able to do these without gathering, you want to make sure your fabrics are stretchy. This pink one is not as stretchy, so I don't know if I'll be able to get away with that, but the other things should be able to stretch to meet the edges. I've gone ahead and made the marks where the marks are on the pattern, which is basically the middle where they should line up. You can see my little yellow chalk marks. There isn't one on here, but that's okay. So I'm basically going to clip those yellow spots so that I know where things need to kind of match up so I can pull as evenly as possible. So I'm going to start with one leg, and I've got my yellow mark lined up with what I think is about the middle of this. I'm going to go ahead and put them right sides together. And I'm going to put a clip here on the middle. And then we're going to go ahead and take it to the machine. Okay, so I'm at my machine. I have my 2 pieces here. This first part should be pretty easy to gather. I've got my clip here in the middle. I'm going to take my end here and put it with the end here. So that's the end of my panel. And I'm just going to be stretching as I go to make that piece match up. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just go. Just doing regular normal settings, and I'm going to pull as I go. So I've got my pink under there. Again, this will only work if your fabric has stretch and if it's going the right way. When I get to that middle point, I'm going to pull on the other side so it matches up to the other end. This is what it looks like after it's been attached. It's not gathered, but it is gently kind of stretched. So now I'm at my next piece here. I'm going to go ahead and line up my notches that I made. And I'm going to take the piece I just sewed and lay it face down on that next panel. And then I'm going to go ahead and clip again in the middle. Now that I have that clipped, as you can see, I'm going to have to pull my pink here to stretch to match the other edge as I sew. Same thing on this side. The pink is not as stretchy. It is a little thicker and it's 100% polyester, so it has a little stretch but not a lot. Okay, we're back at the machine. I'm going to take this pink and I'm going to line it up with the edge here. And get it kind of under my foot. This is going to be a little more difficult to stretch because as I get started, it doesn't have as much stretch. It has enough though, so I'm just gently pulling it. And it's matching up pretty good. When I get to the middle, again, I'm going to go to this other side and line up the edges on the other end so I can continue to gently pull this pink. Okay, so here's what we've got so far. You can see it's kind of rippled. It's not really gathered. So it's going to look a little different than if you were gathering it, but it will still work. So now I'm going to take this piece and put it face down on top of my last panel, lining up my yellow, and then go do the same thing. So now you can see I have attached the bottom piece. You can tell that I have stretched it. It's not gathered, but it's fairly even. I'm going to do the same thing for the other leg. Okay, so I have attached all the panels for both legs. I'm going to go ahead now and fold them on themselves. So this is what they look like right sides together, and then you're going to go ahead and sew down the sides of each, making sure you're matching up these seams as you go. This is what they look like once they are sewn. Now I went ahead and flipped one side right side out, and I'm going to go ahead and tuck it inside of the one that is still inside out. So here now I have tucked the right side out one inside of the inside out. I'm lining up the crotch seams, and then I'm going to go ahead and sew this area for the crotch. This is what that finished seam will look like. So now I have put it inside out again. Everything is attached. We're going to work on our waistband. So I'm doing the elastic waistband, so I cut that band out, and I'm going to go ahead and sew this seam here with these 2 broad edges together. I've now sewn the waistband, and then I folded it in on itself so I have the right edges facing out, or the right sides facing out, and I'm going to go ahead and tuck it inside the top of my pants. Okay, so I have now tucked my waistband inside. Raw edges are all up. I'm going to go ahead and sew all the way around. I left 2 clips here so that I know to leave a gap so I can thread my elastic. This is what that looks like once I've sewn all around. I have left a gap here to thread my elastic. Okay, this is how I thread my elastic. I have my elastic with a safety pin. I'm going to go ahead and just start it in one side and start pushing it all the way around. Once you have them both out to the hole, both ends of the elastic, you're going to take off your safety pin. And you can use your regular machine for this, but I have discovered that it works fine to also just do it on my serger. For sure, make sure that your elastic is not twisted. Oops, almost lost my end there. And don't lose your end. Put both sides together. Try not to cut it with your knife if you can help it, and sew those pieces together. And I like to flip and do one more just to make sure it doesn't come apart. There's my elastic secure. I'm going to go ahead and pop it in there, like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and stitch that opening shut. this is what they look like, the waistband attached. I'm going to go ahead and flip this edge under on the bottom, and I'm going to go around and hem each side. There's what my hem looks like, and that is it.